Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels to short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. Where did I catch you? You don't look like you're in your normal studio. Where
I am
are you?
not. I am not. I am in San Antonio. In fact, actually got to see a lot of people here. It's been a great show. I'm at the hospitality show. Hosted a panel yesterday.
Ooh.
And it's been really awesome. Right now, I would say that we probably have a good number of people online joining us, but Erin Andrews is speaking right now. So
Wow.
I know, right? Yeah, but it's been a great show. Jose Andres opened it on Monday. And there was a lot of great conversations yesterday, like back to back to back. Yeah, it's been great the way it's been attended, the events, all of that. So
Yeah, I'm going next year. I was like, let me see what this is. And you've done a good job covering it. And a lot of other people are sharing so many
yeah,
great things and some great
I
content being done there by,
I'm on the advisory board. So
I think
yeah.
you advise very well. I think you
It is
advise well because,
not just me.
but I think everyone there did a good job because it looks like there's some heavy hitters there really sharing knowledge and
Yeah.
getting some value out of that place. And one of my clients is there now on the floor, real-time reservation. So go say hello to them. If they're over
Sweet.
yeah.
I
But
love
good.
that.
I'm glad you made some time to be live with us.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, no, it's always great to be able to see everybody. We have a couple fans of the show that also came up yesterday, and we said hi, so that's always exciting.
Yeah, you gotta
Um,
say, listen, guys, I'll sign your autographs, just not while I'm eating. Is that what
yeah,
was going on?
stop. No, of course I sign while I'm eating too. Uh, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, next year we got to get you out here. It should be pretty cool. I mean, it's always very cool. So it's also nice to take the opportunity to be able to see everyone. I know that probably by around this time of year, people are feeling a little bit like they've gone to a lot of conferences. And so it's challenging. And the reality is you can't go to every single one. So
Yeah.
you choose
But
the
this
ones that
looks like one to be at for sure.
this is
Next.
correct. This
This
is
looks like
correct.
it. I was a little bit, I was like, let me see about this. So you got the invitation to go. I was like, I got to travel there, but now I'm like feeling like I'm missing out. So
It's
count me in, hospitality show. I'll be there next year.
ooh-wee. Oh my gosh. I love it. Love it. So how's your week been?
I've had a great week. There's some things I
Oh,
talked about backstage I can't share publicly yet, but we do have a new website for my company, Tanya Management. So if you want to come see what we're working on, love for you to
nice.
come check it out. Give me some feedback. We're working out some kinks, so would love to get some eyes on it. And the
That's
week has
cool.
been good. I'm excited. Just booked a winter trip. I'm not going to give the exact dates, but I'm going to Boston.
Okay,
So,
fun.
last year we went to DC. This year we're going to Boston. We like going to see some cold weather in the winter. We don't
Yeah,
have it down here in Miami.
that's fair. It's fun to do something a little bit different. I love that. Very
Yeah. So
cool.
that's my week. Very exciting stuff
Oh
going
my
on.
gosh. By the way, for everyone that's joining us live, let us know where you're joining us from. I think we might see Jeremy in the house. Jeremy, it's nice to have you here with us.
Yeah. Long time no see, Jeremy. Good to see you, man.
Good afternoon for you, sir. Good morning here. It is not super early for me for once. It's a
Yeah,
reasonable
you've
time.
got your energy. You're not in LA and San Ann by the river.
By the way, this river walk is like cool.
It is cool. I like that city.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's my first time here, so yeah, it's kind of fun to see.
Wow. So maybe first time that you've been somewhere.
Ooh, Stephen Sinclair, the Chicago area. Wait, did I not see you here, Stephen? Did I see somebody else that looked like you?
Uh-oh. Or you left already.
It's all right. It's okay. It's crazy. It's when you have a lot of people here, it's always kind of like fun um to just like try and catch people. You know what I saw here, and then we'll get into today's
Yes, tell
topic.
me.
I saw people that I worked with over 10 years ago. Two former coworkers of mine that literally, as they walked across the room, I was like, "Oh my gosh, we haven't seen each other in so long." So that was very cool.
I love it. So were they general managers now? People you worked with?
No, one works in tech. Actually, one works at Salesforce, and the other one works in development.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah,
Quality people. See?
very much quality people.
All right. I'm getting jealous now. So I'll be there. I'm coming next year. Put me on the list as your advisor there.
By the way, I'm just going to say here, now that I know that Stephen Sinclair is not here, that means I made some very awkward eye contact with somebody
You're like,
else thinking it was you.
Steven.
That would make sense though, because I was like, dude, he really just look at me? And I like was like, hi, and then he like walked away.
You're like, who's this crazy lady yelling at me?
Oh man, yeah, everybody always has those moments at these things. So there you go. Hope to see you next year, Stephen.
Well, listeners, thank you for sitting through our fun banter here this
Yeah,
morning.
we'll get into this. Let's dive into it.
We actually have a show today, I think.
Hey,
I think we got one.
we do. Yeah, let's get into this. So, looking ahead into 2025, I cannot believe. I mean, we are well into our way of Q4, and 2025 is right around the corner.
Yes,
A new report has found that global hotel prices are looking to sort of stabilize in 2025. Now, although their global hotel rates are expected to rise, but basically at a more moderate price increase in compared to more recent years. And this was a study done by Amex Global Business Travel Hotel Monitor 2025 report. That's a mouthful right there. But yeah, I mean, they actually checked out we're kind of doing a prediction based off the hotel economy in 80 cities around the world.
Mhm.
And it's sort of, they're expecting to see this like easing of leisure travel demand. And still there's a surge in new hotel construction, which by the way, in speaking to all the individuals that I've spoken to here and then at other conferences, yeah, the new hotel construction is still continuing to go. Like,
Yes, I
yes,
see
it's
it
not
here in
up.
this city. Every block is getting, it seems like, a new hotel going on. But this is great news for travelers because now
Mhm.
we've been used to saying, we talked about it last episode or an episode ago. We're like, man, all the hotels are $1,000 a night, it
Yeah.
seems like. So this will stabilize. So you won't keep seeing those prices go up. But what that means for hotels is like, well, all right, look, we can't keep charging these higher and higher rates. People aren't
Yeah.
paying them. There's not as much demand for those kind of
Mhm.
things. And a lot of the general managers I've talked to, they're finishing their budget season right now. And the previous years, they were jumping in revenue and setting higher and higher goals. And this is the first year where, look, you can't go backwards. Some might say they would like to make it lower, which they can't in their budgets, but there's like 0.5% higher, a couple of
Yeah.
percentage points, not as high as it used to be. So good news for travelers, but for hotels, it just means like, all right, you have to work really hard to get those guests in your house, create a great
Yeah.
experience, making sure that you watch all of your costs, right? Because you don't have the revenue at the top coming through. So you got to watch your labor, all your expenses, all those things. So it's interesting to see what's happening in the hotel world now.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, obviously, seeing where we were a couple of years ago, and then coming out of the pandemic, and it always has to level off. So, and especially as we have all of these different changes, being rising labor costs, just overall inflation, hotels are going to have to kind of sit there and find the sweet spot, so to speak. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And one
Yeah.
city, though, one city stood out amongst
What?
all the others that will
Yeah.
continue to rise. They said it will continue to rise as New York City is expected to continue to rise at a 4.7%.
Mm.
So what's going on in that city? There is no vacation rentals going on there right now. And so you have to stay at a hotel when you're there. But we just talked about it now. They're going to have increased costs, all these hotels. So it's going to be, with their labor, they have to have labor on. You have to clean every hotel room now. You have to have a front desk. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in New York. But the prices continue to rise at the city of New York.
Yeah, it's the city that never sleeps.
The city never sleeps. But now they close like at 10 o'clock some places a lot of
Wait, what?
times.
Where?
Last time I was there, I couldn't. There was like everything was closed
Okay,
at night.
CVS does not count. All right. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
all
We know how you get down. Like,
right. We're looking for like
oh.
24-hour diners and some fun
Yeah.
places.
There are. But yeah, no, I mean, it's different too because the labor costs with that. But yeah, New York's absolutely a challenging city for sure. So,
Mhm.
but again, overall will be super, super interesting. So, I know I happen to be at one conference, but for those that follow the conference circuit, there was the lodging conference that happened just a couple weeks ago in Phoenix. Always a fantastic time. If you get a chance to go, I highly recommend it. There are great conversations that are happening there, and they kind of broke down some different hospitality trends that they've kind of like seen this year, which I thought was it's cool. It's always cool to see what the conversations are about.
Mhm.
So some of the different trends that kind of stood out were the uptick in hotel transactions, the rise in unique guest experiences, always a fan of that, and continued positioning of the extended stay, pretty much extended stay properties as being the darlings
Mhm.
of the industry. And then obviously the challenges that still kind of like remain are labor and then also tech implementation, which is, I mean, what else is new? But right?
Yeah, it was interesting to see some of these that they were talking about, especially the hotel deal activity. A lot of it has
Yeah,
slowed down, waiting for the election to kind of shake
totally.
out next week and see which direction the country will be going in and how interest rates start to drop. But they're
Yeah.
saying like they expect a gigantic amount of not only hotels being built, but hotels being sold as
Mhm.
well in 2025. So that'll give a lot of opportunity to people coming through. The,
Yes.
the other thing I like seeing, and we've talked about labor challenges now for 3 years, that will
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Some hotels are doing a great job at getting people in there, but the
Mhm.
extended stay continues to go and
Yeah.
it's unique kind of places. It's like, it's not the high end. So it's the more of the value driven of what people are looking for. So really good to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, so and it's interesting because I've just been speaking with a couple of different properties and it's like it's about their locations. You know what I mean? And they do have these extended stay properties just in fabulous, fabulous locations. Oh, by the way, seeing here CJ. Hi, CJ Arlotta joining us.
Got to
He's
see
actually,
him.
yeah, in
Oh my
person,
gosh,
live
CJ. You see,
and
you're there too.
dude, come on. Come on. Steve, what are you doing? Hanging
Cameron,
out
good to
at
see
home
you.
with your
Lonnie,
family.
morning. I know. Kids,
Okay,
wife.
it's
Gotta get, you know,
oh,
companies to run. All good. I'll be there next year.
totally kidding, totally kidding.
But I
Um,
like seeing the extended stay because people are using that more. And it's that, again, meshing of the vacation rental world with the hotel world where people need to stay. They need spaces that they can cook in, that they can buy groceries and work
yeah,
from as well. I like seeing a lot of the things that they're doing in these rooms.
mhm.
Um, Really unique where you can pull out a table and it can be a dining table or it could be a desk. It can be a different thing. So very cool.
Totally. Just last week when I was with my mom and we went to Vegas, we stayed at an extended stay property off of the strip, and it was almost like a little mini suite. I walked in, I was like, "Wait, this is like an apartment,"
Yeah.
and it was so cool to kind of like move things around. Like it felt very easy and comfortable. We were not staying extendedly, but it would have been very nice if we were. So yeah, it was great. It was a great option.
Yeah. It's good value. It's a great value the way they're doing these rooms now.
Totally, totally. And then, of course, obviously, increasing guest seeking experiences. That's I think that's sort of here to stay. People want things that are unique, personalized, different. They want to be able to brag about it on social media, all of that. So, yeah, it's shaping up to be a good year.
Yeah, I'm excited for 2025 and these trends. These are some good ones. And the technology, look, they talked about it there.
Yeah.
And I know that people get nervous. I'm a big fan of using technology to be more efficient. We use it with
Hmm.
our teams and the team people on my team who don't know how to use any type of AI. I sit with them. I
Yeah.
train them. Here's how to start. Here's how to start using it. This is why you should start using it. I need you to be more efficient and
Yeah.
faster as things come at us much quicker. So,
Totally. It's all about just helping streamline processes, really, at the
mhm.
end of the day. I mean, people that are worried about robots. I was in China and there was a robot in my hotel.
How'd it go?
It was it
Welcome, Dandishi. How are you?
No, not like that. I actually had humans check me in.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was just like I don't know. I guess it would deliver a drink to a room. Like, I mean, okay,
All right,
all
that's
right.
cool. All right. If I need to get it faster, I need a towel. I'll take it. So I don't have to wait
Yeah.
on housekeeping to deliver.
Or if I need a towel, I just go into the hallway and grab one. But that's just me.
Under arrest immediately.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow's Halloween. And in honor of that, and while keeping in the theme of hotels,
Hold
there was
on, hold on. What are you
whoa,
dressing as for Halloween?
oh, whoa. That came off super aggressive there.
Hold on,
Come
hold
on,
on. Let's
Steve.
have some fun here before we talk about the haunted houses because I have a story about that.
I'm probably not dressing up. Come on.
Oh my
You
gosh.
have kids. You have a reason to dress up. If I dress up, it's like it's weird. I'm an adult woman. Like, come
There's
here.
to go to. Well, all right, all right,
Yeah,
all right. We'll
you
send you
know
some
me.
candy.
I
Always at the
party so
parties.
much. Wild and crazy. I'm partying at the gym. That is what I do.
All right. Well, I'll get some candy for you.
Okay,
I'll be
wait.
a Ghostbuster at my kid's trunk or treat tomorrow, dressed as a
That is
Ghostbuster.
fun. Stop. You're doing good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the
I
outfit came. It's a little snug. You know, the overalls are a little.
stop.
So I'm gonna see
Stop.
if I
I
can fit
love
in
that
there.
you're gonna be a Ghostbuster. Who are you gonna call?
Steve Jerk.
Oh my god, no. Wow.
All right, all right. Back on track here.
Yeah, back on track, back on track. Oh my goodness. I have to sorry guys. We clearly our caffeine is kicked in
Yeah.
just the right way today. So there was a article that came out that was talking about the 27 most haunted hotels in America. And I love that it's like the most haunted. Like one is more haunted than the other. Like
I
what
think so.
based off of what? Um but it's interesting because there's a lot of famous ones. You've got like the Stanley Hotel that's in Colorado, the 1886 Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, the Queen Mary in my neck of the woods in Long Beach, which I still have never been to. The Emily Morgan Hotel that's here in San Antonio, which I was like, wait, can I like check out this hotel
Mhm.
before I leave? But I'm good. Like, I don't know if I need to like,
Yep.
come face to face with everybody. Hotel del Coronado, which by the way, I have actually stayed there. Have you stayed at any of these
On
hotels?
this list, no, but there is one here. I'm a believer. Are you a believer in ghosts?
Yes, but
Okay.
also don't need to like.
Go seek
Yeah,
them out. Well, I
nope,
stayed at
nope.
one, the Biltmore Hotel where we were at. That
Oh,
hotel is haunted, right? Where we did our live
thank
show
you for
from.
telling me after I checked out.
It was a hospital during World War II, and so a lot of people passed away there.
No,
And the people who worked there, oh, you see the ghost just came into my shot
stop
here.
it, stop it.
The
It
people
did
who
not.
worked there have had many interactions with things happening in many of the rooms and especially on certain floors. So that hotel, very haunted. Where I used to work at the Lowe's Beach Hotel, unfortunately, some people have passed away there in bad ways. And when we were closing down during the pandemic, I was the last one in this giant hotel. And I was walking through the ballrooms, and all of a sudden, all the lights went out as I'm by myself in this gigantic hotel, which is creepy in itself. And then all of a sudden, I felt something touch me, and I heard like a, and I went
Stop.
running through the hotel, screaming by myself, running to the lobby.
You did
by myself.
not. You did.
Yes. Yeah. By myself in a giant hotel in the middle of the pandemic, right when it was happening in March of 2020. And I'm getting chills of talking about it right now. And so
Oh
I
yeah, no.
believe, so yes, be careful out there when you're doing your seances out there in the haunted hotels.
Oh, no. I believe but I also have a conversation. No, I'm going to sound, you know what? This is public space. And I probably shouldn't be saying this, but whatever. If I'm going to a place that is haunted, I will actually have a moment and be like, you are not welcome here. That's all I say.
Mhm.
And nobody bothers me.
I knew I saw like the holy water behind you. Is that on
So,
the desk over there?
no, but I just say I will literally speak that
Yeah.
because I could definitely like feel like I know like if I'm going some places, but I'm also like, no, not today.
You
Like
get that tingling feeling on
I'm
you.
like, you
Something's
can
going
go
on.
talk to somebody else because I do not need to have a firsthand experience. I'm like, it's cool. We know you're here. I'm not gonna be able to help you with whatever you need. If you need a hug, you need something, I don't know. I'm not that person. So
Yeah.
go,
And for
go.
those out there listening, have you had a haunted experience? Let us know. And for these hotels, I know a lot of them don't like having that known about them,
Of course
but
not.
they should embrace it during this time of year and have some unique experiences around it. I think it would be really cool and fun for some of them to like lean in a fun way.
Oh, absolutely, as they should. You know what was interesting on this list? There were a lot of Omni hotels on this list.
Uh-oh.
There were no, but it makes sense because of some of the properties that they,
All historic.
yes, the historic properties, and I was just like, "Oh, interesting." And so, there's always some sort of, I don't know. There's a lot of history in this country, and it makes sense. So,
And now
oh
you
my,
tell me about the story of the ballroom, Steve. Yeah,
uh-oh,
be careful in there at
uh-oh,
night.
uh-oh.
Be careful. Don't be by yourself.
You know, It's interesting because there's definitely a lot of haunted hotels, I mean, all over the country and all over everywhere, but I don't know. I have to say, actually, when I was in Davenport and I checked into my hotel before my TED Talk, I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting vibes here," and I literally walked into my room and I was like, "Not today. We don't play for the next couple days. You can come out and play after I leave, but not now."
Mhm. Not today, people. I gotta
Not
focus.
today. The straight talk that I have with ghosts. Whether it works or not, it's fine. It's a casual conversation. Like we keep it easy. I don't get aggressive. And yeah, it's all good.
I love it. Happy Halloween, everybody. I love it. Enjoy.
Happy Halloween. Bah humbug. Oh no, that's the other holiday. Anyway, I'm kidding.
And transition into
Let's talk about travel.
let's do it.
Yeah. So this is great. Southwest Airlines has actually announced that they're going to be reducing their plastic use with a new in-flight cup and stir stick.
Good job.
I why this is always great when we see big brands do sustainability efforts and make changes like this, especially when they're consuming something or producing something at a high content
Mhm.
value or not high numbers. But also interesting because really kind of the last time that they were in the news, they were talking about getting rid of their whole identity, which is their boarding system and
Open
the way that
seating.
they board.
Mhm.
Exactly. Their open seating plan. So nice to see that they're back in the news for something a little bit different. I guess they're really trying to figure out how they're making a mark.
Yeah, to do
Um,
this is not easy because sometimes it's more
no,
expensive to do. It's a little bit more
definitely.
pricey, but they're doing something that's right for the environment, which we love to see. Get rid of the single-use plastics. I love seeing everybody doing that. So good job to Southwest Airlines and pushing it.
Yeah. And they have a goal of being net zero. They've got net zero strategy by 2030. So all of these little things impact and make a bigger difference and help them get to that sort of net zero qualification. So we're seeing a lot of big airlines go for that. I know Delta, that's huge, huge priority of theirs. I'm sure the others as well. So
Yeah,
interesting.
keep going. Keep it going. Let's save this planet for our kids.
Keep it going. We love that. Um, Also, traveling for the holidays. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I mean, especially after we were talking about just hotel rates becoming a little bit are just becoming more higher and are becoming higher. And over the holidays, not it, it's
Mhm.
always so expensive to travel.
Yes.
Always. But this holiday season, it seems that more people are going to be taking more opportunities to drive than staying in hotels and motels. And this was data from Motel 6 and Studio 6. They revealed that over half of the travelers that are going to be celebrating winter holidays this year will actually drive to their destination. So about 51% versus those taken to the sky, which is 13%, which by the way, prices are still high. So
Yeah, I booked my flight. I'm
yeah, how was
going, I
that?
won't give the exact dates because I don't want to be that public, but I'll be during holiday-ish times.
Yes.
But I'll be part of that 13%, and it was pricey to get us there. But
Yeah.
hotels not as pricey because I guess it's in the cold time of year. So
You're talking about December holidays, right? Not
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is also for them holiday travel overall. So for me, I think I'm part of that 13% that's flying. But I like seeing that people are driving, going to see
Yeah.
their family, staying in some extended stay places, looking for value in the places that they're staying. So
Mhm.
very cool to see what they got going on. I've
Yeah.
personally not stayed in a Motel 6 or Studio 6, but it's funny. I'm starting to see it rise more and more on my TikTok feeds of people who are like those fans of those brands and showing them like,
Totally.
this is a great one in this city. This one is not. Avoid this one. So pretty cool to see.
No, it's really great to see. Yeah, no, I have my ticket for Thanksgiving. I ended up using points just because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But my flight was basically it would have been $1,300 for main cabin. I had to get super strategic on my dates and all of that, and because I also have to come back by a certain time because I have to
I'll
fly
tell
out.
you.
It's
Yeah. That's great. Our destination of Boston was
yeah.
chosen based off of the flight price, right? Because we looked at, I had Skyscanner up on a big screen. I was like, all right, let's
Okay.
take a look at all the cities we can go to from
Wait,
Miami that are
did you
winter
make this a family
destinations.
affair?
Yeah, I got the
I
kids involved. Like,
like
where are we
that.
looking? Where are we gonna go? And so we looked at all these different cities, and that's how we chose where we were going. It was one of the main factors of like, all right, we could go here for this price and stay in a really good place, or go here and cut back on the place.
Yeah,
Where are we going? And that's how we decided to go to
that's
Boston.
awesome. That's I by the way, I love that you get your kids involved, because it's even if you help sway their
We always
opinions
sway
on
them.
things or whatever. I mean, obviously. But that's awesome. It's so
Yeah.
cool that they get to be part of it. They get buy-in from the beginning.
Yeah. So they're in, as we talk about that Generation Alpha travel, the
Mhm.
families are letting them help. If it was up to them, we'd be at Disney World or Universal every holiday for every vacation.
Oh my gosh. No, Boston's a great city. You guys will have a lot of fun with
Be
that.
fun.
Oh, which one was the most haunted of the 27 hotels? I think it's so funny because what was the
Like you said, they're all haunted, but the most haunted is the Stanley Hotel,
yeah,
Estes Park, Colorado,
yeah,
known for that.
that's
And
where
it's
they filmed
also The
not
Shining.
yes, exactly. It was the inspiration for The Shining.
Mhm.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Uh I can definitely confirm that Hotel Del Coronado in California is that's also next level. That was very creepy being there. Just that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Uh, that's like crazy. Um, all right. So, new rule the Department of Transportation is putting in place a new refund rule for air travelers, and it's now in effect. So, what are some things to keep in mind? Why do we even care? Well, we care because of with all the delays and the different things that have been happening in air travel. The Department of Transportation has really uh, laid down the law, so to speak,
Yeah. Because
with
I like it.
yeah, right. What were you seeing with this?
So what I like seeing here is that if your flight is significantly delayed, which is more than
Mhm.
3 hours, you get an automatic refund. So it's not like, oh, you got to fill out a flyer and do all of these things. Automatic refund on that. If
Mhm.
they lose your bag and it's not delivered within 12 hours, you get paid for that. If you, well, there's some other things here that they were talking about that I liked. If you're having to get a hotel room, I think is what they talked about as well. They'll help pay within a certain amount of time. So a
Mhm.
lot of things, but I like it as automatic and you have to pay these things. There's no like, oh, I'm going to try and pull a trick of like get you on the plane and sit you there for 12 hours because you're on the plane, you
Yeah.
know?
And then also even what constitutes a refund. So part of this new rule, so more than just automatic, but like but it's not like, oh, like weird language with like, oh, do you want like a credit or this or that? It's actually like issued in cash or in the original form of payment.
Yeah. And so
So,
what I like about this means passengers will not have to explicitly request. Like I don't have to go request a refund
yeah.
and jump through hoops. It'll be automatic within 7 business days back on the credit card.
And no travel vouchers, no travel credits. No, no, no. None of that.
Mhm. So
None
I
of
think
that.
that's great.
I'm still annoyed at United that at the start of the pandemic, I was supposed to go to India and it was like 2 days before, and like things were starting to shut down. It was like the middle of March. And
Mhm.
I was like, I don't think it's smart to go. And they're like, your flight's still going. And I was just like, I'm just gonna cancel it because it just doesn't make sense. And they ended up basically burning me. And then 2 days later, they canceled the flight anyway. So I would have gotten a full refund if I would have waited for them to cancel the flight. But I mean, also at the time, like nobody knew really what was going on. But yeah, it was annoying. And so I had been sitting on credit
Today's
with
great.
United and I don't fly them. I'm like,
Well,
what do you do?
sell to
So
someone on eBay. Here you go, guys.
on eBay. Oh my gosh. No. Anyway, really cool to see what they're doing. So just be mindful for that. I've definitely had times when I've flown Delta and something's happened, and next thing you know, I refresh my app and like boom, like they've credited me, whether it's extra points or this or that. To me, just having a gesture made automatically goes a long way. So this is even 5 steps ahead of that, which I love.
Well, you're a travel influencer officially. You influence me. I'm flying Delta on my trip, so I had a
What?
choice. Flying
Oh
Delta,
my
so all
gosh.
because you're their main influencer.
I wish. I don't even know if they know that I exist, but that's all right. It's okay. I am influencing this is not sponsored. I truly actually enjoy
Enjoy
them
it.
and choose them
I
all
know
the
you
time.
do. So that was the
So
choice.
cool. All right. Let's get to our real-time recap. What have you seen out there in the streets of hospitality? You like my dance moves.
I have. Well, I have not been out enough this week to have like a good one. But I will tell you that I'm excited to book a trip. And I think for people when they're booking trips and for hotels to know, this is the time that you should be interacting the most with somebody, is right when they're booking their trip and they're at like that high of like, oh, I'm so excited to go, is really starting to interact with people now. And not enough companies do it.
Yeah.
So I'll report back more on the hotel that I chose and all that stuff. But I think that that's a big thing for people. So if you're listening out there, it's that early time that people book. You should start doing things. Send me some things to look forward to. What can I book when I get there? Not 2 or 3 days before the trip when everyone's stress packing. Start doing it now.
Oh, stress packing. No, very true. Very true. I think for me, what I've seen, and I'm staying in a conference hotel right now, and and there's like 4 conferences happening. There's a lot. And I give the staff here so much credit. They've been cool, calm. a- Any interaction with me has seemed fresh, not tired or annoyed. And so shout out to everybody here for, continuing that smile, even if you have to have the same interaction 100 times a day. It's that reminder of like they're doing a good job of keeping it fresh for themselves. So yeah, so love seeing that. It's especially because like my heart goes out for them when I see like how busy it is. And like because you all have different personalities and all of that, but like they're still smiling throughout, they're still staying calm, cool, collected. So always a shout out. And I'm staying at because I'm checking out so I can say it. I'm staying at the Marriott San Antonio River Center on the Riverwalk. So there's 2 Marriotts. So good job for them.
Good job, Mariette. It's tough to be in those big convention hotels and give like a warm hospitality, but just that smile or extra hello or hey, something with your coffee is great. I love that.
Love it. All right. Let's go into this hospitality quote. This is actually funny. This is funny. We don't have to quote the author. There is no author. I mean, it was said in like a
say Chinese proverb.
No, it was not a Chinese proverb. Actually, I did an interview with Rudy Maxa, for those that know in the travel space. I know that you know, good old Rudy. I see him quite a bit at the travel and adventure shows. I will be at a few of those next year. More on that soon. And he used to go to the Four Seasons Georgetown over the time that I started there. Now, I was like a wee young hotel person at 18, 19 years old. And it was funny because this came from somebody asked him, he was like, they asked, what are the things that you look for when you go to a hotel? And the general manager responded, teeth and eyes. And I think that's so funny because I'm like, oh my God, I've never I don't know how I've never heard that. Maybe other people say that, but it's all about teeth and eyes. Are they smiling? Are they making eye contact? And I just thought that was so funny. It's pretty simple.
Malik, I gotta get my Invisalign going.
Stop. Oh
get the
teeth and eyes. I know. See the eyes. Oh, wow.
I like it. I was laughing when I read it, but very good.
Oh,
It makes sense. Yes, we want
totally
people
makes
making
sense.
eye contact with you. We want people who are friendly and smiling. It makes a huge difference when you walk up to that front desk or host or barista if they're smiling. Or
Completely. Yeah. Oh God, stop. Yeah. No, I
Mhm.
know. No, none of that. None of that. Oh,
Man,
what a
great show.
show. We covered some topics. We
We covered a
chatted.
lot. You
We
know,
learned how much we love ghosts or don't
ghost
love
stories,
ghosts.
haunted stories. Make sure you
Haunted
tell them in that
ghosts.
hotel. I think you're okay at that place. You'll
No,
be
no,
all
no.
right.
I feel fine here. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
but for
also
all
not
of
here
you,
for much longer.
but for all of you that listened, if you found some value in this show, make sure to forward it to somebody. As always, subscribe, and if you haven't yet, make sure to leave us a comment. We love reading all the comments on your
Yes.
favorite streaming platforms. But I guess until next week,
Yes.
bye.
Bye.